Gene, thank you for putting this party together, and more importantly, Gene has always been a Corvette man, and I can't beat this though, Gene. That old '98 convertible won't hold. Describe this car here. Tell us about your car here.
Well, it's the first one they had with retractable roof. It's got 560 horsepower, but my son works for a Chevrolet dealer and got it, so I'm in the fiberglass business, so this is my first car. But Buddy Floyd always had the Corvette, and him and I has only known each other since we were 5 years old in Sunday school. So we go all the way back.
Both from Odessa, right?
Both from Odessa. He lived on 54th Street, and I lived on 50th. He lived on 50th, and I live on 54th.
Yeah.
So,
and Ricky Dale lived on 65th.
Was it 65th, Rick? Did you live on 65th?
Yeah, 65th Street. Yeah.
Come on over here, Ricky.
You don't need me anymore.
Oh, there we go. There you go. Got to wake everybody up a little bit, huh? So wait, let me get this straight. So everyone thinks Buddy went to Permian, but he actually went to Odessa High, didn't he?
We had no use for Permian back then. He was a turncoat to even go to work at Permian and everything. I had to debate whether I was going to stay his friend, but we went ahead and maintained a friendship over it. So, almost everybody here went to Odessa High. There's 50 people here that came celebrating spring with Buddy today. So
thank you, Gene.
It's a pretty big deal.
This was a big deal, and I want to say a special thanks to Gene and Julie for putting this together. Julie, right?
Yeah.
Julie, because they said, yeah, let's have a gather, and I thought it was just going to be, going to the ball game night. It says, come celebrate life with Buddy Hale, and that's what we're doing today.
Yeah.
And thank you.
Hey, and how fitting that the Rangers are playing the Angels tonight, right? Because you got the Angels in the outfield with you today, don't you?
Yeah. And of course, Gene works out there in Los Angeles.
I'm in California. First year I had season tickets for the year they won the World Series. Tonight I can't lose. If the Angels win, I'll be happy. If the Rangers win, I'll be happy. So I can't lose tonight. So, but hey, Jeff, thanks for being here. Appreciate you memorializing all this.
Appreciate it.
Our Heavenly Father, God, we beseech you, our Heavenly Father. Hey, look, put your hand on before it gets started. Hold this bunk here. Don't put your seatbelts on. It's been nice knowing you guys. Hey, we're going to take a group picture. We'll be right back. Yeah.
I can hear you, buddy. I can hear you. Lita, so what do you think about today?
It's a great day. Brought Buddy up.
And you know what? A good opportunity to see a bunch of friends from Odessa. We're in Dallas-Fort Worth, but wow, it's I feel like we're in Odessa, right?
Right.
How about the game tonight? Looking forward to being out here?
Excited to get to go and get that skybox. And
Brand new stadium, Globe Life Park.
I'm going to bring my jacket because the last time I went, it was freezing cold.
You know, prayers up for Buddy. This is the beginning of the new chapter where we're going to get him saved, right?
Right. Prayers count. Everybody needs to pray. Thank you, everybody here. Thank you so much, and thank you, Gene. I mean, this has meant the world to him. Thank you.
Hey, how about a quick thought about Buddy? Just a quick thought about this guy over here.
About Buddy? Oh my gosh, that goes plumb back to Austin
Austin
Elementary. Oh my gosh, playing baseball across from your house out in that field.
Yeah,
we were
right
just
there.
little, couldn't hardly run from first to second or home to first. I know Buddy for.
Yeah, we grew up here. We played Northside Baptist Church. Played back here in the back.
Everybody.
We had Gene Gregory.
We didn't lose a game.
Didn't hook up with Buddy until high school. We played baseball together, and we got to be friends there. And then during this class reunion, working that the last 6 years, we got to be really good friends. Buddy got me to go into the gym with him, and we go 3 or 4 times a week.
He always really stepped up y'all cause. He retired, and his cancer hit me. And Joe says, "Come on, Hale, we're going to the gym." And he stops his workout and says, "Okay, we're going to walk laps." And Rick, I have a friend like that, and then coach me. Spider. We called him Spider. Oh, Joe. Oh, Spider. Remember Spider?
I was all arms and legs, kind of like Ricky is now. But you lift some weights too, you know. You can ride the bicycle. Buddy gets on the bike. He rode 1.5 miles the other day.
We're going to do a video.
He's going to push it, huh?
Yeah.
We're going to zoom with him tonight because he had a seminar from 7 to 7 today in Pensacola. He had a Mark did, so he's totally tied up. But he said after 7 o'clock, call us and get everybody at the game.
That'll be first pitch.
Yeah, it'll be a blast to have all that.
Hey, Buddy was a whole lot older than I was, but I always thought he was really cute.
You heard that, Lita?
Yeah, great guy.
All right. That was a little too quick. Anything else?
Well, I hadn't known Buddy too long.
Okay. Well, you're pulling for the Rangers tonight. That's a good excuse right there, right?
That's it.
Let me get a shot of this backyard. All right.
We love the opportunity to spend our day with buddies.
Okay.
Absolutely. It's all about Buddy today. We love Buddy. This is Buddy Day, and we love Gene and Julie because they give the best. Wait, I'm not. They give the best parties, and they've gotten all of we high school friends back together again. So go, Gene and Julie.
There you
Yes,
go.
thank you, Gene and Julie, and Buddy, we love you.
Okay. How about a 1, 2, 3, go, Buddy Hale, Buddy Hale, something like that.
1, 2, 3, go Buddy Hale! Go Buddy Hale!
There you go.
We've got 9 other tickets for you guys to figure out how y'all can divide them up and stuff like that for the parking. And ours supposed to, it's reserved, it's supposed to be very, very close. Our suite number is suite 220, and they're going to have, it's good news, you won't go hungry. They'll have food and booze and everything up there for us. And we've got 8 amongst you guys, and if that's not enough, but I also got tickets here for everybody. But while we're all together,
On behalf of the OHS Pals, thank you, Gene and Julie, for your hospitality. Before we even get started,
all I want to say is only in Odessa and only the class of 70 could you 2 weeks ago put out an email and have 50 people show up. But it does show you what people will do for free food and booze.
and also this is just Tuesday, and we're not leaving till Sunday. I've already picked out my bedroom. But you're going to have to move out.
There it is.
Bud the Stud, Gad the Cat.
Only it takes Rangers. Did you see all the action tonight? And of course, Rudy was a great baseball player.
Oh, yeah.
He was an All-American at Odessa High.
What?
Yes, he was.
I don't think so.
The girls thought you were.
Oh, well,
the girls thought. Oh, the cheerleaders thought it was. You know, but
No, they didn't.
Oh, they didn't.
No, they didn't.
Oh, okay.
None of them did. Now, they changed their tune after they had a couple of hit records.
Oh yeah. It's amazing what being on Johnny Carson and cutting hit records will do. Of course, that's a cute boy. I was young, flat bellied, had all that hair.
Had that hair back in the day.
Oh boy, it's cute. Cutting hit records.
happened?
Johnny. I don't know.
It went south.
It did.
It's all gone.
Not
It
near.
changed colors.
Not near as south as it did for all these other guys.
Yeah, I said,
We still look pretty good. Look at us.
Yeah, we're going to tell everybody.
Well, we.
Yeah, especially Manny.
Yeah,
I'm tired.
some of them don't look. They did not keep themselves like
Yeah,
we did.
they didn't.
They let themselves go.
Why did they do that?
I don't know.
You know, I'm.
Look at them. I can't look at them. They're just. I just can't look at them.
I don't want to look at them. I'm embarrassed. Embarrassed to be a classmate.
So let me tell you something.
Okay, tell me something about something.
When I come back out there to West Texas next fall, you gonna put us on some dove birds and then some quail birds later on? Or?
There's no quail to be had, but Will.
Why aren't there any quail? I'm a little upset that there aren't any quail in West Texas.
They weren't born this year. This is a bad year. Yeah.
What's your excuse for last year? When we didn't see a bird, but it
They
didn't
weren't
matter.
born last year either. You know, it's part of their genetics. You know, the genes aren't worth the shit, you know. Gene pool ain't worth it. Ain't worth killing. Anyway, so come out. Let's come out. But I'm telling you right now, I'm not retrieving one iota of your birds. And you think, and I shot most of these birds too.
Oh, bull hockey.
Yes, I did.
Oh, yeah.
Man, my arm was so sore after shooting all my birds, I started shooting his left hand.
All I can say is next time I go hunting with you and Tiger, I'm wearing a flak jacket.
Oh,
Yeah, God, the pellets were going all over. I thought, man, if I get out of this alive, it'll be a miracle.
It was a war zone, but that's okay.
Oh, yeah.
We survived. We're gonna survive, and that's my goal. September 1.
Be there.
Okay, you gonna be there?
Well, I won't be there the first. We got these little shows that we still do. See, they still pay us to do what we do. It's a really neat thing.
Oh, you get paid.
They feed us good and pay us good, and so we all go to Poughkeepsie. Do you want to go to Poughkeepsie? Hell no, I don't want to go to Poughkeepsie. You keep stacking those dead presidents on top of each other. That's enough, I'll go.
Okay, let's go.
But
Let's go.
this ain't a hobby. It ain't a hobby. Get out of here!
Look out, buddy, Hale, look out!
I'm gonna find that guy that shoots that gun off when they hit a home run. I'm gonna whoop his damn ass.
Yeah, let's go out and get it. Where you at? Tell
Let's
me
go
that-
get it.
Where's that gun at?
Scared me too. I'll be right back. I gotta go change my drawers.
Yeah.
These really aren't the pants I wanted to crap in, but golly, that scared me. He did it a while ago too, but
Hey, you mentioned Mike Campbell, first quarterback, state champion, Permian Panthers. Did you know him pretty well?
I know him well. He's been Larry's best friend since about the 4th grade. That's all. And all those guys that played at Hood, and then they went to Permian, and we moved across town went to OHS. But Ricky White, and gosh, if you started naming all those guys on that team, I remember those guys from when they played at Hood. And when we were growing up, they were over at the house, we were playing baseball, or of course they were older, Larry's friends, but Mike Flint,
Bob Bailey.
because we were really into football at that time and baseball, and you just kind of knew those guys. I knew a lot of Steve's. Of course, Steve is a year older, and knew a lot of his friends. We played football on the same football team. Steve and I did, and Buddy was on the team. Clyde Adcock, Lanny Phillips.
Yeah.
Now we have a hard time walking across this room.
It's good seeing everybody tonight, though, isn't
These
it?
guys are 70. I'm only 69.
Well, there you go.
Fastly approaching 70.
Spring chicken.
I know I don't look it. God, I can't believe we're 70.
Well, man, thanks.
Buddy's doing good. Man, tough deal, but he's going to pull through it. Jan Wilkerson, did you say Jan Wilkerson? She's a success story.
Okay.
My brother-in-law, Tim, is a success story. He went through chemo and radiation last year. She went through it. She's cancer-free. Tim's cancer-free. So some, between the good Lord and the treatments, they do pull out of it. So we're believing that Buddy's good Lord's going to answer our prayers and do the chemo, and good Lord, he's going to be fine. That's what I'm believing.
Cool. Thank you.
You're more than welcome.
Appreciate it.
Jan Wilkerson Nelson.
Okay. And your relationship to Buddy, but also how you've beaten cancer yourself.
Well, went to high school together at Odessa High School, and quite frankly, we ran with different friends and that sort of thing. And my bout with cancer actually started. I wasn't feeling very well, and I went to see a doctor, and the doctor said, well, you have an ulcer. So I was misdiagnosed about 2 years earlier, and had some more issues, some abdominal issues and everything. And the day before my 69th birthday, I got a call from my internist that said, I got some bad news for you. You have stage 4 pancreatic cancer. But he said, no, I'm going to introduce you to a really good friend of mine at UT Southwestern, and I want you to go talk to him. So went and talked to him. We went down to MD Anderson, visited with him, really liked the doctor at MD Anderson, but I was concerned about the driving back and forth. As it turned out, I made the best choice because I never knew how many times I was going to be in and out of the doctor's office once I was diagnosed. So I had 2.5 years of chemo and 5 radiation treatments, and quite frankly, the chemo was a little easier than the radiation because chemo, you get to sit there and you can play on your phone, you can talk on your phone and everything, and radiation is totally different. They not tie you down, but they roll you down to a table, and it was kind of frightening. My last chemo was October 14th. My last radiation was February 15th. And the last few scans that I've had, they can't see anything. Now, they're not saying I'm cancer-free. They are just saying we can't find anything.
That's good enough, right?
And I told my oncologist the very first time we met, I said, I'm going to put my life in your hands and I'm going to trust you. But I'm here to tell you that you are going to be worked on through God. And He's going to send whatever healing powers I need through you, that it all comes from God.
Thank you. And you know what? And just this gives everybody hope also. And Buddy needs the hope as well from all of us, but with the doctors and everything and our prayers, And I'm sure you felt a lot of that too yourself going through what you went through.
Well, here's one of the things that I've always made a practice of doing is I get $5 Starbucks cards, and I pass them out when I was getting chemotherapy. I give them to the nurses, whoever I could give them to. But all of them, I would say, can I pray for you because I know you need is healing yourself. We all need healing. And I only had, maybe 3 people that said no.
Amazing.
Everybody else said, yeah, I really appreciate that. The PA would just cry and say, yes, brother. They need our prayers.
Yep.
As well as we need to be covered in prayer.
And prayer is powerful.
He was really the answer. No kidding, I'm serious. I'm a walking miracle because somebody prayed for me.
Awesome. Thank you.
Wayne Davis. Graduated with Buddy from high school in 1970.
Okay. So, has Buddy always been this crazy?
Always been this crazy. Always been a super guy and a really, really fun guy to be around.
Tell me about today over at Gene's place and then coming out here to the Rangers game.
It's such an honor for Gene and Julie Gregory to do what they've done to get everybody together to celebrate Buddy and Lita. He was a big instrumental in our class reunion this year and back in March. And he's just a super guy and always a fun guy.
And on top of that, just I think a lot of us here realize that we all live day by day, but we're all praying that he gets the cure and everything gets taken care of, right?
Because he does have the attitude to lick this deal and go on, and he's quite a gentleman and a scholar, I tell you.
Well, today was a great day. We sat there 2 weeks ago. We started talking about having today, and I sent out some notices to some of our friends, and we had 50 people show up from all over Texas and one thing and another. I'd say the average person drove 4 hours to get here. Well, that's a testament to Buddy Hale. They wouldn't drive 4 hours to come see me, I can tell you that for sure.
On top of that, we got a great view here at the Rangers game. Tell me about that.
View at the Rangers game. We sat here, we had sandwiches and everything at the house and told a few stories and one thing and another, and then we decided to top it off here at the Ranger game at a beautiful new suite, the new stadium and everything, and everybody's just having a good time and having a great time visiting with Buddy, and it's great to get everybody together, and I know it's meant a lot to Buddy to see all of his friends show up, but it's a great testament to Odessa, it's a great testament to our friendship, but more than anything, it tells you what we think of Buddy Floyd Hale.
And thank you, Gene, for doing all this. We appreciate it.
I'm Rick Horn. I'm Buddy's brother-in-law.
Okay.
And married his sister Margie. And I've known Buddy for a long time. We got married in 1968. Buddy and I, Margie and I lived here in the Metroplex, when we would go to Odessa for holidays and to visit, Buddy and I would go hunting. And it was always an adventure. The way we hunted quail. And we went out in the oil patch, and he'd drive his mom and dad's car, or sometimes an old pickup. But we'd go out there and we'd drive around, and we'd drive until we scared up a covey, and we'd flush them, and then we'd jump out of his truck with our guns and run on foot and chase the quail down, and about 1 out of 10 times we might actually scare 1 or 2 up. And we'd go do that, and if we were really lucky, I didn't shoot very well, but he could shoot fairly well. We'd take him home, and he'd clean them, and his mom would fix them for lunch. So we did that for many years, but we've known Buddy and Lita and experienced a lot of fun with him. And he wanted me to say something about the ballpark, and so my company was structural engineers for the original ballpark, and we worked on that for about 3 years, and we had this extremely difficult deadline, and there was a lot of pressure. But we started out having project meetings in a building here in Arlington that was near the stadium. You could oversee the site, and there was a guy named Tom Schiefer who was the general manager at that time, and he participated in those meetings. And there was a construction guy named Max Chapman, and Max Chapman was the enforcer for Tom Schiefer. Schiefer had a relatively hot temper, and if things weren't going the way he wanted them to, you could just watch him his temperature rise, and when he got really upset with something, he shifted over to Max. Max would bring out his verbal hammers and beat us all up. Anyway, it was exciting, but it was my favorite project, actually. Of all the stuff I did, we did Bass Hall and a lot of tall buildings, but it was always my favorite. And we went to a lot of games over there.
And how fitting to be back in Arlington tonight, right?
Oh, it's fun. Actually, I've been in my company that I was with at the time were engineers on this stadium, but I was retired by that time. But my grandson and I came out about a couple of months ago and did the tour, and it was really fun looking at what they did, the stuff that they carried over from the old stadium to here, and then the things that are new, and just different creative things that you see. One other story about the old stadium is there was an ex-ball player, Tom Breeze.
Yeah.
Tom Breeze came to the meetings. Schieffer called him up one day and made him come to the meetings, and he had at that point we had a drawing that showed the outline of the outfield fence, and so he asked Greaves, he went around from left field to right, he asked Greaves what the distances could be for each of the breaks in the outfield, and they set the outfield distances to the fence in a meeting in about 15 minutes. So sometimes things happen really fast, sometimes they took forever.
Cool.
But it was good times.
It's been a blast. We've been a million miles together, and I'm thankful for Margie, great family, always will be. And I appreciate my wife too. And lady, you want to do a quick interview?
This has been the best thing that's ever happened to me. He's been smiling all the way. And you know, I can't do these interviews. I don't do it.
You're doing good so far. Hey man, you know what? You're a good person, and it shows tonight because everybody here loves you. You know.
Got a lot of prayers being said.
That's right. All right. Awesome.
Yeah, so I'm Alex Hale. I'm Buddy's son, and so our trips this season of his life, going back and forth to Houston, have been great. Been hard, but also more than hard and great. It's just been just kind of time that I think we haven't taken a lot of time to do life together and really get down to the stuff that matters. And the stuff that matters to all of us, really, and to Dad especially, is just his friends, our friends, his family, and it kind of has forced us to just be together. And as we've gone back and forth, we've laughed, told so many stories, and relived so many parts of life that you kind of just forget about when you're busy and doing your own life. But we've also cried with, man, that you remember when kind of things, and just, you know how it is when you reminisce. And so it's been a really sweet time together. But most of all, it's just kind of cut out all of the noise of life and brought us all back together. So it's been awesome on those trips.
And how about Thursday? Thursday's an important day.
Yeah.
But Thursday doesn't happen if you and Lita don't get more involved and kind of let an insurance company know that we need to get this approved. So tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah. So 2 weeks ago, we thought we were going off on a new and hopefully successful round of treatment. It's a whole new regimen. And we literally walk up to the chemo bay, or the door walking into the chemo bay, and the nurse says, "Hey, I'm sorry, the insurance hasn't approved your treatment. This particular plan is not approved." So we immediately sat down and started working back through the appeal process. And two things really happened. So Lita was like, no, this can't be. We've got to make this happen. And luckily, I know how to do things electronically in the world today. And so we literally sat at a table at MD Anderson in Katy, Texas, and started working through this appeal process, both to the insurance company and to the manufacturers, Bristol Myers, of these particular drugs that he needs. And so we also appealed to Bristol Myers. It's called the Compassionate Care Patient Program for him to receive these drugs basically for free from the manufacturer. And so that's kind of like throwing your hopes up on a pretty wild bet. And most of the time I would think that that's how a lot of people look at that, but there was just something that we knew to trust in, that here we are 2 weeks later, last Thursday, so exactly 2 weeks after we got that news, we get a call from Bristol Myers and says, hey, your dad's approved to receive these 2 immunotherapy drugs for free, and the insurance came back and said, and by the way, we'll also pay for the pairing chemo drug that he needs. So it was hard-headed and a little bit of luck and technology, and more than anything, it was prayer, and God answered it. Thank you.
How about final thoughts as we wrap it up tonight? Just what this night means for all of us here.
Thank you for class of 1970. Thank you, Alex and Rita, for making this one of the most eventful days of my life. It's given me a new lease on life to go out there and fight that cancer again. We've hit the wall several times. But we're loaded and armed with God's armor. We're ready to go fight. God's got this. Amen. Ready? Break! Thank you, Gene, Wayne, everybody, Richie. Thank y'all for letting me come up here. We're here at the Texas Rangers Stadium, the U Stadium, and it's exciting. I am now ready to go to Houston and fight that cancer, because I got 30 of my old classmates said, you're going to win. You're going to fight this and win. But more importantly, the fellowship tonight is just touched my heart to no end. And thank you, God, for your son, but thank you more importantly for today and Wayne Davis. Without Wayne, I wouldn't be here. Well, maybe not. I don't know. Yeah, that's right.
Is he your daddy?
And he will bullshit you a little bit.
That's good. No beat button on this video, all right?
Some of the biggest changes in kids' life was when I closed that door and I pulled this out right here. It's called the Board of Education. You guys remember that? Remember that sound?